I bought this little drill press and it came without a handle on its table jack. So I thought, well, what can I use besides, a pair of vice grips? And well, I realized it was the same as a bicycle collarless crank, at least close enough that you can lock it on there. And okay, this is a little tilting bandsaw. There are a million of these beauties in the world, and they all have the same problem. They get a stall on this blade, falls off this wheel. So I put this little skate wheel in here. You can see it's just wobbly as all get out, and it's pivoted on that hinge here. Keeps that blade from dropping off, and it works like a champ. So that's MacGyver 2. Oh, MacGyver 3. Now here's a little belt sander, 2-inch, and it's all made out of Volkswagen crank connecting rods from the engine of a 40 horsepower Volkswagen, except for this arbor and this motor, which came off of a treadmill. And this is an old panographic grinder thing that I don't use. So that's another MacGyver. Here we go. Moving right along, I got this old saw here. When you cut right in that slot, how do I know where it is? Well, MacGyver to the rescue. Wire. But raises it right up so you can see. Isn't that fun? That one's supposed to drop down too, but it's gotten lazy. Just a piece of wire. Can't show you where it went right now, and I'm not going to take that beauty apart. This is a miniature precision punch press made from a car clutch and an old dovetail slider from some kind of woodworking equipment. And the purpose of this that I made it for was to make these parts here for a client, and they are derived from a thing called a scupula, which is made out of stainless steel. And what I did for him with this punch was make these little teeth, which effectively turn a very smooth end. The other end previously was smooth like that, and we punched all these teeth in here for a fishing tool to take the guts out of bait fish. Anyway, it's a very challenging task for a tool to do because it's very hard metal. It's cold rolled 316 stainless steel, 15 thousandths of an inch thick, and to get those little sharp points on there and punch through, it took a lot of force. So here is the hammer, and this is the anvil, and the point was to bring them close to each other with a great deal of precision. Now, I've taken out the tools that made that scupula, and here is the former anvil that a tool with a wedge point on it would come down and punch out each of those little triangular increments when it came down like that, because it would always come down very precisely, exactly the same point. This anvil would be fastened down to the table so that it can't skitter around like it's doing now. That project I'm working on now, it didn't matter. Okay, so how did it all come together? Well, this thing originally had a shaft and some kind of a cutter on it, which I didn't need. I wanted just to use its up and down motion, which is very precise, and in that one direction, and also stays precise because it's got all this material. Over here you can see the gibs, or gib, these little set screws will make that absolutely tight. Up here's an adjusting screw. I can adjust how much this is the clutch servo here, which drives it down. When I step on the pedal, down it comes. Then that's because fluid's going through here. I've got a quick connect here so I can take the two pieces apart. I've got a number of return springs because it's all a little stiff. Going down, here's a flexible rubber hose from the clutch system. It's an old Toyota truck, I think, but you'd have to look at what you wanted to make yours out of for the source vehicle. See if it's simple. The whole point was to mount this pedal so that when you step on it with your foot, it doesn't move out of the way. You can put a lot of force on it. Bada boom. Because some of this punching those little things out took a lot of effort. Well, this is all just fancy metal because I had metal. It was easy to do. You could easily make this out of wood. You can see there's 1, 2, 3 mounting points on this. The clutch cylinder itself is located down in there, in that hole. And so these pieces here, you could make plywood, same 2x4s. You just need a mounting here, 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 and enough footprint so you can get on it and really bear down on that pedal. And it's nice, it's hydraulically coupled. It doesn't jostle this thing around when you're stepping on it. Anyway, you need a precision press, or punch press. You can make a punch press out of it. There are a lot of dovetail sliders like this online you can find. You can find them at tool supply stores too. And that's what I did with this one.